let's go back to the size for a second and give the audience a glimpse of what it looks like to be a student in class, walking around campus, being around there. Jessica, you can talk about it from your experience. What's a typical day like for you?
Typical day-to-day for me. Because I'm second semester, my classes still start at 8 a.m. They won't start until 1 p.m. Thursday. So I still, so I get here at about 7:40, 7:45. I'm in class till about noon. And then normally, I take like an hour for lunch, and then I come and sit in one of the quiet areas and I study a while. I didn't do that at first because I'm like, oh, I have all this free time. It's good. But I've learned how to properly utilize my time. And so walking around campus, because it's so small still, you do get to know everybody's names, to know everybody's faces. Everybody's asking you, how you're doing. Like when I see Jonathan on Mondays, he's like, how's the quiz? I'm like, well, it's the quiz. But it's great. So my day to day, it's pretty structured. I'm a person who likes to plan things out.
Are you a different person than you were a year ago when you did our day in the life on social media?
A year in, I used to be a structured person, and from like now, I pretty much play it day by day. I know my tasks that I would like to get done in the day, and while I am the SGA vice president, I am a med student first, and sometimes I forget that. And so there are days where it's like, I have to, deal with, so the vice president is like kind of in charge of clubs. And so it's like, someone has a question about their club that they want to run, or like a club that they want to start up. And it's like, okay, I have to learn how to set aside part of my day and like readjust and be flexible to be able to address, those needs. And, I think that's also helping me prepare for what it's going to be like in clerkships and as a doctor, where it's like, you have a plan that you want to do, and then all of a sudden, something derails you and you have to learn how to adapt on the fly.
Chris, if we want to run Jonathan's to give the audience a look at Jonathan's day in the life and to...
A year ago.
Hey y'all, it's Jonathan, and here's a day in the life as a medical student at Western Atlantic University. So here I am pulling into the school at around 8 a.m. First things first, the moment I get to the school, I need to look at Dr. Derrycott's joke of the day. Very funny today. After that, go into the classroom. Of course, I'm the first one here. And first things first, do some daily practice questions just to refresh my memory of everything I learned the day before. After that, we had a lecture taught to us by Dr. Ash. He's teaching us all about muscle contractions and working with questions. Next, I'm getting ready for the next day's material, so I'm looking at psoriatic arthritis. After lunch, it's thankfully the best part of the day, lunchtime. And of course, after lunch, I totally forgot to record studying, but here we are for dinner at DGS, one of my favorite local spots here in Freeport. I went back to the school to study and then went home around 9 p.m. to study even more. I drew out a quick brachial plexus before winding down. I've been hooked on trivia shows recently, so here I am watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We love Regis Philbin, R.I.P. And that's the day in the life of a medical student at WAUSM. Come on, Regis, you got this. I know you know this. Let's go.
I love how you just threw in there, I totally forgot to record me studying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because there was plenty of that going on, and make no mistake, so...